There you go. Okay. Okay, grab it down. Give me a fraction of a percent. Do you mind putting a really, it's like a direct sign, but... Okay. Yeah, I think they're all I guess we can look around.
Right. And you know, he was not involved in any way in politics.
Yeah. I remember this from when we... Did you work with
I hope so much. Yes. I got it. I so much.
They said, well, let's just focus on what we're doing. So glad it worked for y'all. I don't know how Mary did. She organized. Non-violent arms. Non-violent arms. My favorite.
I'm here today because I'm part of Peace Project Weekend 2018. I was on the planning committee, and we are talking about divesting from war and investing in people, and moving the money in the federal budget into human needs and the things that will make us, what should I say, a sustainable, life-giving economy as well as a better planet. So we were illustrating today that the military budget at this point is over 50% of our discretionary federal income. It's proposed to be over 65% by 2023. It has only escalated, and we would like that money to be reinvested into people. And when we did a poll yesterday on the street, we had 114 people vote. Education won by being 4 times as popular as military spending. And this was just random passersby on 2 downtown corners. Housing came in next. So the people were speaking about what they see as the big needs in this country. And the other thing is that for every dollar invested in militarism, we can create more jobs in the civilian sector than we can in the military sector. And we are hopeful people, but we're also realistic. And we know that there is tremendous power and money behind the military-industrial complex. And I believe it's a spiritual issue too. It's where are our hearts? What is really important to us? Is it the life of the children and of the next generations? Is it the life of the world? And if it is, we're going to have to change some of our priorities. And we're just going to have to do that. And it's going to take some cuts some places, but it's going to bloom some wonderful new possibilities that will benefit a lot more people. I hope to see people very active and involved in where the money goes. Because if you're paying your taxes, over half of that goes to the military. Is that where you want it? And we want endless wars. It's big industry in this country. The largest corporations, Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, Boeing, they are making billions of dollars off of this industry. But who is it helping? And our point is that healthcare, education, the environment, energy, transportation, the list is endless. Healthcare, all of these things could have wonderful innovations, and we could find wonderful ways to serve people and to be innovative if we put the money somewhere else. I think people power is the only thing that has ever made social change. It's always come from a minority. That was true with the civil rights movement. It was true with the women's movement. It was true with the gay lesbian movement. It starts with the minority, and so we have to believe in the minority. We have to believe in our voices and our power and our ability to choose. And I think it's contagious. We have to spread the goodwill. This weekend is sponsored by 4 groups. One is the Pikes Peak Justice and Peace Commission. One is Here, Here Poetry. One is Warrior Writers. And one is About Face, which is formerly Veterans Against the War. So 2 of those organizations are run by veterans. And they too are saying we need to change our priorities.
Yeah, we've been seeing the escalation of the Pentagon budget as a bipartisan thing that has gone on for 2, maybe even 4 or 5 decades, pretty much. But the one thing we have seen differently lately is not only the speed of escalation under Trump, but that Obama used to be somewhat open about how the military budget was growing. Trump is bombastic about making stances, but he does things in secret. A perfect example, 1,000 new troops are being added to Afghanistan, and the only people that have reported on this have been the Colorado Springs press. This has not been exposed nationally at all. It's because they operate behind the scenes to escalate both troops deployed and military budget. I think that the effort to try to redirect some Pentagon funds would take place regardless of how secret things are, but I think that we need to talk constantly with Congress about budget priorities and make sure that Congress knows about the way the Defense Department and the State Department are escalating, military deployments. Because often Congress, for example, in the Afghanistan situation, is as much in the dark as many of the people are. Part of the things we've wanted to do for a long time is try to diversify the local economy as well. And it may be temporarily beneficial to Colorado Springs to have more money go to the military, but that makes us dependent on certain kinds of economies, whereas having a diversified economy ultimately is a lot better for the state of Colorado and the city of Colorado Springs.
So I guess ultimately, what would you like to see happen?
I would like to see an honest budget debate take place about all kinds of, not just the Pentagon budget, but national security and intelligence budgets, with input coming in as to how these things are being used. And as we've seen in this administration, sometimes even the director of national intelligence and the director of the State Department don't know what the president himself is doing. And so I think a more transparent and open way of looking at budget priorities is what's necessary. So it's important that we keep peace issues in the forefront all the time. One of the issues of this weekend is that too often we don't even think about peace priorities, and it just so happened that this weekend took place at the time when there was this 1,000 troop escalation in Afghanistan. If it's off the back burner, people don't think about it, and we hope to get them thinking more about it.
Right now, you guys are representing last year's discretionary spending, but by 2023, it looks even worse. We expect that we have more of our funding being taken away from education and towards the military. Giant war corporations. Yes. Who knows about diplomacy and foreign aid? Who have you got? Our turquoise team, two of you guys. Team turquoise, two of you guys. I know. I don't know exactly what that looks like. Okay. Tell us what just got done. Yeah. In summary, these are employment engagement. In summary, those were further shifts away from education, away from housing and community, away from energy and the environment, away from science, away from unemployment and labor offices, away from diplomacy and foreign aid, away from government administration, and towards an increased military budget. So we have a new graph that we want to take pictures of now, and now you guys look even more overwhelmingly orange because you're now representing the 2023 proposed budget.